Hey guys, so I just wanted to check out here the speed and performance between the HTC U Ultra phone on the left and the iPhone 7 Plus here, 256 gig model. So I'm just going to check out which phone is the faster device here. So we can start off by booting them up at the same time. So just power them down here. Go. 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 So you can see Apple takes ages to power down, but I think it's going to boot on faster. It usually does than any Android. And I wasn't mistaken. So you can see we are up and operational. I like the HTC jingle. So yeah, we're going to compare here the HTC Sense. I'm not 100% sure what version it is on this one. Let's just see if it says anything. So if we go to software, it doesn't even really mention it here, what version the Sense is, but you can see it is on there still. We're going to compare with the iOS 10, I think it's 10.3 we're on now at the moment. So let's just open up some apps here. And Dailymotion. Twitch. And Starbucks. Asus. So I think the first couple were a little bit quicker there on the left, but the iPhone you can see is not being outmatched here, let's be honest. Still very responsive. But I do think the HTC has opened up quite a few of them a little bit faster here. So, props where props is due. The App Store on the iPhone there. Do we have music client? I don't think we do. We do have some games installed on this one. Straight in there on the iPhone. You can see we're still loading here. So again, the iPhone dominates when it comes to the games kind of loading speed. Well, maybe not actually. You can see this one loaded on the Ultra a little bit faster, which is good. And we have CSR2. I hope Apple does something interesting this year. I mean, it looks so boring compared to the HTC Ultra. Faster here to go into that one. It would be nice if Apple gave us a curved display or dual display or something. But no one can criticise the performance here. You can see again the iPhone clearly dominating when it comes to games. But in terms of the actual basic apps, I think HTC was quite strong there, which is quite good. I'm just going to do a quick Geekbench. I will fast forward through this so we can see the benchmark performance comparison. So I think we'll come to the end here now, and you can see the iPhone comfortably ahead when it comes to finishing first. In terms of the raw benchmark, you are going to get better, I think, on the 7 here. So you can see this one is sitting just below the Note 7 and the S7 Edge. So quite disappointing for the raw benchmark, if I'm to be honest. But nevertheless, maybe we can see a difference here in terms of the browsing. Both have had their cookies cleared and are afresh basically. So just going to some websites. So this one, Tech Radar. Let's go. So very similar here with this one, but then the Ultra did come up there a little bit faster. Notice how we're getting an ad on Safari but not on Chrome, which is quite interesting. Reebok, yeah, this is a wild card. So let's go to Reebok official site. Let's go. iPhone this time, only just. Nike this time, or Nike, depending on how you want to pronounce it. So just this one. iPhone again here a little bit. But very similar generally, not a huge difference, I've got to say. Maybe the iPhone, we could nitpick. Yeah, I'm going to give it to the iPhone. I think generally it was a little bit snappier to load the pages. And I'm going to get accused iPhone fanboy. Just trying to report the facts. So we're just going to check the multitasking here. 3 gigs of RAM versus 4 gigs in the Ultra. And both of these I've been mightily impressed with when it comes to the RAM management. I don't think you're going to get much difference actually when it comes to your day-to-day apps. I think HTC is probably the only manufacturer who gets it, and that is nice. So you can see absolutely identical when it comes to the basic apps. Who's going to win when it comes to the games? So both of them did that one. Angry. And again. So absolutely amazing performance here from the U Ultra. Finally, I'm seeing, some amazing nugget memory management. One more. CSR2. Oh, did this reload? I don't think it did actually, or maybe it did. Did this reload? You be the judge. I think it did reload, so, but I could be mistaken. I could have just not, let it load in full. So overall, I'm giving it top marks when it comes to the performance here in terms of comparing with the iPhone. I think the iPhone is only better in terms of the benchmark and in terms of, where the game's opening. But everything else, is very comparable here. And it is an expensive boy, I've got to admit, but it is a much more, I'd say, interesting device than what Apple does, in terms of making something nice and innovative here. I think it will be overlooked though, comparing with the Google Pixel XL and the other options on the table. But if you are looking at it from a performance standpoint, the actual performance is pretty good here. I will do some other videos checking out the gaming, the camera, etc. So do stay tuned for that. Hope you found this one helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.